Hi everyone, you're welcome to today's tutorial. Here on the screen is the design we'll be learning today. If this is what you love to learn, let's get to work. So for this design, I made use of a velvet, sequins, and scuba material. I made use of a shiny scuba material. Some call it poly material. Then when you check the description box, I will drop all the materials I use for this design. So you pick up your poly fabric and you fold this into two and measure your edge circumference plus the half-inch allowance to sew. So my edge circumference here is 23 inches. So 23 divided by 2 is 11 and a half plus half-inch sewing allowance, that's 12. So I have 12 inches. Then for this length I have 10 inches. So technically I have 12 by 10 inches. So if you open this up, I have 24 by 10 inches. And for the velvet fabric, velvet sequence fabric as well, I'll be cutting out the same 12 by 10 inches. So after that, you pick up the poly fabric. We'll be creating our band from this fabric. So you fold it into two like this. Then after folding it into two, you measure the folding is 2 inches. Then you pick it up again, just like this. So like you will be having like 3 folding. So you have it here. So you have it folding and then cover up again. Here is it. So you take this to a sewing machine and stitch this down. So with this we have created our band from this material. So instead of cutting extra band, so you have created your band like this. So if you measure it, ensure that this folding is 2 inches. Here I have 2 inches. So after stitching, here is what I have. You can see that I've created my band. So here I have it. Instead of cutting extra band, this is what you can use this to create your band. And the next, if you notice this design, you see that we have 2 pleats. So the next thing is to create your pleats with just 2 inches. Just fold it in 2 inches as if you are creating a pleated body cap. And take this to a sewing machine again and stitch this down. So after stitching it, this is what I have. Second pleat too is ready. So the next thing is to be joining our sequence fabric to this poly fabric. So while doing your own, please remaining excess ensure that it's just 2.5 inches. I forgot to measure mine, so just make use of, just measure it and know that it's 2.5 inches. So after stitching it, you'll be having 2 inches left. So here you can see that the pleat is bigger than each other. So assuming you want it to rhyme, just measure the 2 inches. So the next thing is to fold your material and measure the actual edge circumference you are using for this cap. So I'm using 11.5. So you just bring the 11.5 down. And when you're about to get to the edge, you make a slight curve just to the other edge. So here I'm done stitching. Then you cut out the excess. After cutting out the excess, the next thing is to pick your needle and thread and make a running stitch right under the band. You make a running stitch. Some call this gather stitch. You just use your needle to pick the material at regular interval. You just pass it like 2 to 3 times, secure these, and with this our base is ready. So now to the rows. So for the rows, I cut out the poly material 12 by 12 inches. This is not on fold. This is a single fabric. I did not fold this, so I have 12 by 12 inches in 2 places. Then for the sequins as well, I have 10 by 10 inches, not on fold. Also I have 10 by 10 inches in two places, because you can see that the rows is 2. We have 2 rows there. So the first thing is to pick the one of the material. You can start working with your sequin. You can work with the poly first, anyone. Just pick one, fold into 2, then fold into 4. So if you measure this, you know we have 12 by 12. So if you measure this, we'll be having 6 by 6. As you fold this into 4, we'll be having 6 by 6. So you pick your tape and measure 6 inches round to get your circle. So you rotate your tape like this. You make sure that the tape is at the edge, then you will rotate to measure 6 inches. After that, you cut this out. You repeat the same process for the second piece as well, and for the sequins velvet as well. So I want to use this opportunity to thank all my subscribers for supporting this channel. And if you're a new subscriber, please don't forget to subscribe. Join us in this family. This is a lovely family. Join us as we'll be learning different beautiful designs. So after cutting my circle, this is what I have. I have the poly material cut and the sequins cut. So to form your rows, you pick your needle and thread and start your running stitch at the tip, just the edge, without folding. You will not fold this. You just start your running stitch at the edge, just the edge of the material. You make your running stitch till you get to the end. So after making the running stitch, this is what I have. So this is how the rows will look like. Then you stitch them out together to secure the edges. You stitch them out together with your needle and thread. You just connect it together, one edge to the other. You just pick it together and stitch them out together like this. So you repeat the same thing for the remaining 3 fabrics to get your rows. So while doing this, the right side will be facing you. While doing your rows, you ensure that the right side is facing you and the wrong side will be facing the other side. So to make this type of row, so you pick the sequins and place it on the poly fabric to make your rows. If you want this to be 3-step, you can just cut another fabric. You reduce the measurement and cut another fabric. You place it on it. You can even make the rows just 1. Then you just use any pearl to cover the mouth. You can just design it anyhow you want. You can make the sequins the bigger one and the poly the smaller one. You can make it poly, sequins, poly, anyhow you want it. Just be creative with your design. So I'm done with the 2 roses. So the next thing is to attach this to my cap. So I attach this with my needle and thread. I always suggest needle and thread because to make it more durable than gum. If you place gum, the gum might remove while washing, but if you use needle and thread, it will secure it in place very well. And even if you make a mistake, you can just cut the thread and do it again, unlike gum that will leave a stain. So here is the final look of our cap. You can see it's so simple and beautiful with half yard of poly and half yard of sequins material. You can achieve this. You will not even finish the fabric. So here we have our design. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Bye.